Hello, my name is Sitaram. So, this video you got of very thank you and our video welcome everyone. Today let start my video. So start this video purpose only making after this the very experience knowledge provided and her every areas children and guideline after this the conditioning you know I can and listen for successfully after this conditioning and very beautiful well and success people after this the managing performance area lifetime situational no and example with after this thinking you're managing performance area lifetime your this the co-curricular activities and simple data analysis but choices choose your life and otherwise and data analysis your this the conditioning pull your this the so mind after this the conditioning your so knowledge your this the provided your successfully after this the conditioning and pan her area rotate your choose your dishonest and honesty is the best policy and successfully your this life your this the success after this the conditioning fully your provided left time your managing performance area lifetimes uh, at least lead your performance choices your this the meaning provided your this the mother area everybody has you know I have to work and every month every lifetimes enjoyment your successfully and story wise everybody every section with your knowledge your provide again after this the conditioning beautiful often your challenges but after this the conclusion areas lifetimes your this the managing performance everybody's child and her area successful people and very so much and lifetime situational but provided your this the co-curricular activities at least 100 people you know state of local area and conclusion highest of at least and managing performance area and successfully lifetime choose your data analysis conclusion your successfully her every children and this playground after this thinking but and so area performance lifetimes the conclusion area and very situational part of speech is your lifetime enjoyment your successfully or this area and this area and this host and beautiful surprise your this channel and her area lifetime situational successfully after this the conditioning your this big resources lifetimes the achievement your successfully your this the analysis but try choose your this the systematic work and after this the have a resources your this the legislative your this the people working your this the demonstrative area and that is the bulb and this the open of this lightning and this the flow wise your this the conclusion expensive your this the analysis but after this the conditioning wise co-curricular activities this the left access your this the provided and this the lifetime your this the managing performance area. Everybody has your provided your this the selecting after this the conditioning wise your this material no no and popularity your this the biggest area and this challenging performance lifetimes the achieving and data analysis the conclusion with everyday reading with your this skill enhancing your this the performance left of your this the top exit your this the performance lifetimes the situational part of this area and this the car so much have a car your this the car your this the very expensive area and this no problem you know no problem I have the successfully your this left time your this prove prove your prove your this conclusion lifetime your this succession your this meaning for your this provided living your environmental succession you you have your this selecting fully your this the managing performance area lifetime this minerals have your successfully your this the provided your this label to label upgraded your this the provided your this challenging managing performance you know her area and successfully your this provided your this the meaning with your conclusion left time your this the happy journey expected your this the provided your themes and themes your this development your this countries have provided your this left times your this is longest area and this the meaning with your this the have parliament with Mantri this the provided slide your this the meaningful powerful analysis but and resources your this the provided your this the her area lifetime situational part of speeches your this languages and co-curricular activities analysis the but choices your this the meaningful after this is the provided your this the very expensive areas and her successfully your this the you know your this the provided your this after this thinking your this the managing performance lifetime your this successful your this the career and three areas and successful her every children buddy and the somebody and example with your this who each car and driving anything no problem and successfully after this theme and her area lifetime situational part of speeches in conclusion and this tree example supporting area and non environmental settlement area and after this thinking everybody has provided your this the knowledge and meaningful your this simple with your this the co-curricular activities lifetime your this the everything is possible work your this the work is the has provided and meaningful so recorded your this video making and this the provided your this the analysis but after this the thinking your this lifetimes for this the managing performance area to area and this conclusion your this has been this the very expensive your this the role model you know her area and this is supporting lifetimes changing permit your this the role analysis but after this thinking your this managing performance area lifetime situation is the biggest area conclusion has been your this the provided and this limitation her one time limitation in the devices to this the many resources and everything change your this the self your provided your this data analysis the conclusion has been your this the reeling up to date your this the left times your this the meaning your you know her areas the doubling your this the provided this the meaning with this the meaning this the close your this after this is the managing performance lifetime provided you this selecting data after this the manage trade area to area leaving the part of speeches your this step after this the conditioning your this the provide your this change after this the managing performance lifetime view this the courier area and successfully you this the people you this the rotate you this the meaning you this the provided you this the chart paper you this the have money or this the provided to the living you this root areas the fruit vegetable you this enjoyment you this the this is and after this the environmental and meaningful your this the happy and the journey your this the lifetime is the very much and forest area and this is the birds your this the birds your this recall and this the call very having experiences your this the knowledge with your this successfully after this the conditioning your this the data analysis the performance lifetime your this the very example with your this the after this the provided your this the left hands the meaningful everybody has your this the provide say I am sharing your this knowledge you this the provided you this the co-curricular activities lifetimes the environmental situational everybody has your provided your this the knowledge and the global area none this honest your this is the has been your this provided living of this of course and everybody long times your this the regional colleges and lifetimes you know and exclamatory areas the performance lifetime situational everybody has a provided you this rule label and conclusion your this the provided analysis the but choices your this meaningful after this the conditioning by his choices your this the big dishonestly and conclusioning by your this the after this the very expensive your this the data analysis conclusion everybody has been your this provided and this the living your this the performance her areas the participate to your this the conclusion everybody this is the dishonest and conclusion areas the but I am this the provided your this the data analysis the conclusion your this the big resources you have the storage you provided to this the living your this the part of species and everybody her areas the vegetable is vegetarian her areas the season to season is the autumn season this is the very autumn season and this is the summer season very example with your this the very expensive areas the lifetime situational co-curricular activities you this the provided after this the managing performance area lifetimes the conclusion area and successfully people are the provided your this the very expensive provided your this the lifetimes your this the excellently work your this the successfully after this the managing performance area big time resources area in this the area meaningful after this the conditioning and left times provided your this the provided this the living your this the environmental and the saying your this the conclusion have provided your this the meaningful your this the buying your car in the settlement area and at least people provided to the selecting after this the conditioning but I sure this work your successfully your this the honestly and this the meaningful your this the provided your this the data analysis the conclusion your this the big resources your after this the managing performance area lifetime situational is the biggest area and her area is the duration of time of speech and conclusion area living a part of speech is your this the conclusion area the adding the performance area and duration of time of speech the conclusion area this is the big resources area after this the conditioning and data analysis the performance lifetime is the permit your data analysis the conclusion your this the big resources you provided the selecting data after this the conditioning your this the big performance area lifetime is provided your this the very so much and her area her area synthetic analysis, you know you know ha- has been has been has been provide, and everybody providing it is the later big areas, the successfully your this the conclusion area is the biggest, and after this the powerful your this the very expansive learning with your this data analysis has been work uh, work systematic provided, and living on data analysis in the performance area laptop is the conclusion area biggest her area. So example with you is the co-curricular activities lifetime situational part of a species is the conclusion area living of environmental situational everybody has a provided use data analysis the conclusion with this the big resources and meaningful use this the provided you this the very so much example with the conclusion laptop is situational in the part of species the conclusion you this the provided you this the data analysis conclusion ex, expectation area this expectation area is the provided you this the money resources you long area your resources with your this the conclusion area is the biggest area this so countable and countable meaningful your this the provided your this the so after this the thinking your this is long time your this the provided your this the data analysis very so much you know subject wise co-curricular activities, and very honestly dishonestly conclusion and meaningful use this the priority to this the massing after this the conditioning with this the biggest solution and this the big resources your this after this the conditioning area to area the living of this the participate has been your this the provided to this the open minded your participate her area lifetime your this the provided your this the money resources your this the begin and analysis the provided your this the conclusion. So example with your this the performance area lifetime situational everybody has provided your this the data analysis the bond, and there are many pieces, and successfully after the conditioning you this the provided you this the art and artificial technology you this the provided you this the many data analysis has been here this the provide your storm and example areas the fog, and everybody provided you this the left times the data, and selecting with you this the managing performance area lifetimes the her areas the conclusion with use the data perfectly, and after this the thinking you this the managing performance lifetimes the courier and meaningful you this the provided you this the left tabs after this the conditioning you this the successfully people, and very so much your this example with your this conclusion with your data analysis the performance lifetime selecting her area duration of speech successfully or is the very participle collecting data your this the select after this the thinking or this managing performance lifetimes the co-curricular activities and long areas the participate after answer think your this the managing performance her area duration of times and meaningfully or this the provide, and her formality uh, you know her formality and everybody has provided you this data analysis successfully or this the people and meaningfully or this the lot example with you the selecting data after this thinking or this managing performance area long time situation or this the purity or this the connecting performance area lifetime this the managing performance data analysis the conclusion her areas the very example with you this the very very calmly to this so much has been provided to you this meaningful data analysis. The conclusion area very expensive areas selecting data in connectivity your provided to you this the very much. After this, your family, your this the big resources, your this the conclusion, your this the meaningful your data analysis, the performance area, lifetime situational part of speeches, your this the co-curricular activities, limitation, your this the part after this thinking, your this the managing performance area, lifetime situational, and her every area provided here is the data analysis and the conclusion and this the meaningful here is the left times the provided here is the meaningful everybody long area and situational part of his speeches here is the co-curricular activities and lifetimes provided here is the meaningful horrible hosting here is the desirable here is the meaning areas the performance lifetimes the courier example with your this the manipulated area lifetime this the selecting data your this the conclusion with your this performance area situation you know and successfully after this the conditioning after this the river area this the flowing there are many pieces your this lost of time expensive whereas the duration of speeches your this the conclusion and keyboard area as the participation and working through your this the meaningful your this the provided long time has been your this the provided to this meaningful after this the conditioning so data analysis the conclusion big area and supporting lifetime situational your this the provided your meaningful living a synthetic area provided your this the longest popularity after this the conditioning your left times you supporting no wrong area and this the participation you after this the conditioning you this the data analysis the performance you successfully your this the provided your meaning after this the conditioning left times has provided your this the very so much and conclusion area duration of time of speeches your this the left times and meaningful your this the provide living of successfully after this is very expensive car purchase and the driving everybody started your this long drive long area and meaningful your this the provided your this the very expensive and duration her areas the performance lifetimes the educational very biggest areas the popularity career expectation area this provided meaningful has been provided was the data analysis of the conclusion and left times after this the conditioning you this the provided and so much everybody has provided is the limitation after this conditioning is the performance and provided your this the data analysis of the conclusion your this has been your this provided your this the meaningful after this the conditioning data analysis the performance lifetime achieving your this the data analysis the conclusion everybody meaningful your this the provided your this successfully and so left times your this the conclusion your this the performance lifetimes your this biggest area and meaningful your this the provided your data analysis the conclusion expectation area and long purpose and biggest communist area and her popularity and number with selecting state of India, state of India. This her area step and conclusion with is the provide analysis the performance has been here the selecting every longest area popularity area and successfully your this very expensive car bike and living of example with your this the popularity everybody everybody is selecting your this the data analysis the conclusion long times provided your this after this the thinking analysis but I am choices your this the big resources your this the many people has been your this the left times the provide your this successfully many areas left time after this thinking or this managing performance area to area conclusion with popularity and listen caring after with selecting and meaningful your this the very expensive car bike car bike provided your meaningless your this the conclusion with your this data analysis the performance lifetimes the successfully after this the conditioning after this the meaningful you you have provided your this the exclamatory extension and very ideas and traveling data analysis conclusion accepted has been provided towards data and selecting your this the performance lifetimes the achieving your this the very expensive area and successfully your this the meaning after this conditioning your this the very expensive area lifetimes the conclusion with your this selecting you know has been provided this conclusion with after this the managing data analysis the but and this dalhan your this the agriculture biggest popularity your this the Punjab area the Karnataka and very so much and this the provided data analysis the conclusion with your provided and after this the managing performance area have taking briefly a knowledge provided here this the water alternatives it is today it is today Monday and Monday with the example with this example is the chutti and maximum working with this the working is the working not classes or this the her areas participate and everybody has a provided the linking with her area her no none linking and so everything you're right providable your this the duration of speeches your this the conclusion with is the head writing every situational part of the speeches left speeches your this the very expensive area and car bike long area and this purchase with your data analysis performance lifetimes the select conclusion with you this the after this the managing performance area is living with you this the conclusion and the long times areas the performance and after this the thinking of this managing performance area and her area life to life and situational money resources after this the conditioning your this the provided your data analyst but after this the very so much example with this the generalization everybody has provided your this the meaningful and conclusion with this the data analyst after this the per capita storage full your this the very expensive with the car meaningful with this the resource this storage meaning to us after this. Thus, thank you all out. Okay, everyone.